Hi guys, so this is going to be the first tutorial in JavaScript that I'm going to do. First we're going to explain what a comment is. So as you can see, a comment is just some slightly grayed out text, and basically this is text that isn't read by the compiler or the computer. This is just for you. This is for any human beings that are going to read your code. So you want to use comments to explain things that maybe aren't obvious, or things you don't entirely understand or think you might forget later on. So you basically write a comment, just put 2 forward slashes and whatever text you want. So that's a single line comment. If you want to have multiple line comments, you would do /*. This is a comment, and as you can see, everything I type now is grayed out. We might not want that forever, so what you do star and then / again, and then everything is back to normal. Cool. So I'm just going to delete this and delete this. Okay, so next I'm gonna go over what a variable is. So in JavaScript, you create a variable with the var keyword. Then you give the variable a name. We'll say Sean's var variable, and then you use the assignment operator, which is an equal sign, and then you give it. We'll say for now we'll give it the number 22, which is my age. So, and then you end it with a semicolon. So just to go over it again, to create a variable you use the var keyword, followed by the variable name, followed by the assignment operator, which is an equal sign, and then the value that you want to assign to that variable, and then you finish up with a semicolon. Okay, so say I want to use this variable. Say I want to print out to the console my age. So I'll do console.log Sean's variable, semicolon. So I'm going to bring up the command line, change to the desktop where the file is, and I'm going to use the node command, which I went over in the first tutorial. The node command lets you compile JavaScript files in the command line. Node JavaScript example 1.js. So as you can see, that prints out my age to the screen. So let's play around a little bit more with variables and see what they can do. So I'm going to create another variable up here called var other variable is equal to, say, 19. So what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to print out Sean's variable, as we've already done. I'm going to print out the other variable, semicolon at the end. Then I'm going to put Sean's variable is equal to other variable. Now the interesting thing here is I can use the assignment operator again to assign a new value to Sean's variable. And notice I don't have to put the var keyword, because the var keyword is only used the first time when you want to declare that variable. So let's see what happens if I do this. Thank you. I'm going to print out to the console again Sean's variable and see what happens. Okay. So as you can see, we print out the initial value of 22. Then line 6 here, we print out the other variable. And then on line 8, we assign Sean's variable equal to the other variable. And then on line 9, we print out Sean's variable again, which has the new value of 19, which we took from other variable. Okay, so when you're creating a variable, you have to take into consideration that variables are case sensitive. So for example, I can't do this. If I try and print it out again, now I'm going to get an error here. Sean's variable that's saying I cannot find the variable because it doesn't exist. So I could create another variable called var Sean's variable with lowercase v, same value, but it's a completely different variable. So now if I try and do the same thing, now this will print out again. It's the same value getting printed out, but it's a completely different variable. Actually, it's a different value because you see here, we're on line 9, we're assigning Sean's variable equals other variable. We were originally going to be printing out 19, but now we're going to be printing out 22 again because we're not assigning Sean's variable with a lowercase v to other variable anymore. If we do like so, then we are, and that'll be 19. So get rid of this and set this back the way it was. So when you're creating a variable, you cannot start with a number, like so. You can't do that. You can start with an underscore, like so, and you can have numbers after that, anywhere inside this. But you can only use underscores, letters, and numbers in a variable name. You can't use any other type of character. There's also certain keywords that are reserved, so you can't use them. So for example, var null, you can't use the word null. You couldn't go var. I'm gonna put a link at the bottom of the video that just links to a page that goes over all the different keywords that are reserved. So that's pretty much everything about variables in JavaScript. In the next part, we are going to go over if and else statements. See you then.